Welcome back to the channel. Digital Foundry looked at the final demo build of Forza Horizon 5, and to say that this game isn't a looker, that would be an understatement. They basically broke down each version of this game on the Xbox Series X, the Xbox Series S, and curiously, there is no difference between the X or the S other than resolution, and I think that this is the best case scenario when it comes to Microsoft's first party and scaling between both pieces of hardware that they offer this generation. So on the Xbox Series S, what are you getting? You're getting 1080p native when it is in quality mode, and you're getting 30 frames per second locked. You're also going to get 60 frames per second in performance mode. Now on the Series X, of course, you're getting native 4K, but they make a point of saying that if you own a Series S, they're using post-processing effects that essentially make the image look pristine. So on a big 4K television, yes, you're going to see some softer images if you compare it to the Xbox Series X, but if you're in the ecosystem, if you own an Xbox Series S like I do, it looks like Microsoft, their development and their first party are going to be able to create incredible looking games that scale between both platforms. And that's good news, because from a third party standpoint, we're not quite sure if they're going to take the time to scale all the way down to the Xbox Series S, let alone the Xbox One. But when it comes to Microsoft first party, if you're looking for Halo and you're worried about it, if you're looking for Avowed, if you're looking for any other first party game, this is an early test of Microsoft and their first party. It looks like they're passing that test with flying colors. So all in all, I'd say this is great news as somebody who owns a Series S, somebody who is in the Series ecosystem. From first party standpoint, I think that I'm going to be fine this generation getting games from Microsoft. This early test with Forza Horizon 5 is an indication that we're going to get great first party games, and you're going to be able to play those games very well no matter which piece of hardware you own. The game is available for download right now, full download ahead of the launch, so I suggest getting in there, purchasing the game, downloading it, maybe subscribing to Game Pass, downloading it. However you can get this game, I suggest getting it. It's going to be one of the biggest games releasing for the holidays, and it looks to be an absolutely incredible experience. If you're looking to expand the storage on your brand new Xbox Series consoles, you have two more options, and the first is a 512 gigabyte memory card for $140, and the next one is a 2 terabyte memory card for $400. Now this is an example of, if you're going to monopolize a market, if you're going to monopolize making memory cards, only you can make them for your system. There isn't going to be any competition. You can set the price wherever you want. So essentially, if you own an Xbox Series X and you want that 2 terabyte expansion, you're going to have to spend $400, essentially the price of an Xbox Series S. And if you own an Xbox Series S, you're going to have to spend $140 for 512 gigabytes, or purchase another Xbox Series S essentially for that 2 terabyte expansion card. That's some steep pricing right there. Eventually, hopefully those prices come down. Right now, I'm using a USB expansion and I'm transferring the games from the USB HD drive into the internal system memory, because you need to run Xbox Series X and S games natively from the super fast SSD. But to spend $140, $200, $400 for expansion, that's a little crazy. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about that. Do you think these prices are going to come down? Do you think they need to open it up to third-party vendors to allow for competition to drive those prices down? I'm hoping that third-party comes in, competition ensues, and we get really great deals on memory card expansions, especially going into the holiday. Spending $400 for 2 terabytes is insane. And hopefully at some point those prices become something a little bit more palatable for consumers. Next up, we're going to talk about Sony. They have a new State of Play, and it is scheduled for October 27th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, it's only going to be 20 minutes, and they're going to focus on third-party titles for PS4 and PS5. Some of the reveals may be Ghostwire Tokyo, maybe Forspoken, a really cool exclusive game from Square Enix for the PlayStation 5. But after that last showing, I don't think anybody expects this to be a huge show from a first-party standpoint. Going to get information again on third-party games, and that's fine. Very short, 20 minutes, so Have your expectations in check. This is not a first-party bonanza. This is a quick 20-minute, almost like a Nintendo Direct, and I like this approach, talking directly to consumers. I'm sort of over the big shows and the big pomp and circumstance. I want to know what's coming. I want the information. I want it clearly and concisely, and I want to move on. So I think it's great. And again, looking forward to some information on third-party games, especially for Spoken. I thought this looked phenomenal, and I can't wait to play this game. I love the open world. I love the character. The story looks unique, and I want some more information on it. I have a feeling this game is going to be something they focus on at this next State of Play. Let me know what you think about Forza Horizon 5. Are you excited? It's almost here. What do you think about Digital Foundry and what they had to say about the game? It looks like it's shaping up to be one of the most incredible looking games releasing at the end of this year. What do you think about those memory card prices? Sound off in the comments section below. Do you think eventually those prices are going to come down if Microsoft eases up the monopoly on the manufacturing of memory cards for their system? And finally, State of Play. What are you expecting? What are you hoping for? And are your expectations way out of whack when it comes to a 20-minute show about third-party games? It seems like most people, every single time Sony announces a State of Play, they want first-party extravaganza. They want new games. Thanks for watching the video. Think about sharing this video out on your favorite social media platform of choice. It helps me grow the channel. Maybe subscribe. That would be great. At the very least, hit that like button. It helps me grow the channel. And I'll see you in the next video.